What's up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Monique, and we are back today with another discussion. I have my 0-calorie noodles. I have some lobster tails. They're very tiny lobster tails from Costco. I've ate these before. Boiled eggs, cucumber, and some lemon. I have no makeup on, as you can see, so please bear with me with that. Honestly, I don't really care. I just finished a facial for a Mary Kay meeting with my family. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to shake this, but it is very uncomfortable. And I actually just put on some of this stuff, and I have the pore minimizer time-wise. Where am I? Okay. Sorry about the lighting as well, because I had poor lighting, so sorry. I just have poor lighting. Anyways, it's pore minimizer and the sorry, it's probably blurry. Replenishing serum C, because I do have some age spots. So I did use this. I mean, I just bought it, but I just used it, and oh my gosh, it makes your skin feel so matte but very, very, very soft. And it went well. Some ladies won some stuff, so, and it was my family. It was my mom, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my aunt, and me. So, and then my the lady that's above me, her name is Stephanie Burgess, and it was pretty awesome. So yeah, I just boiled some eggs, so I don't know why, but I love boiled eggs. I really do. And put some lemon on that. I put some vinegar on my cucumbers. So usually I get a paper towel, but I don't have one today. I should probably take this out too, so it doesn't mix with my eggs, because that would be nasty. So anyways, I'm wearing my shirt that I got from Pikes Peak Community College. Look how cute this is. See how it ties right there? I just don't like my arms, but whatever. I was gonna show you guys too, like, my stomach and everything from losing weight. This is my arm. That's from weight loss. But when I flex my muscle, it's not that bad. But I have it and I hate it, so yeah, it's the truth. It is real. It is what it is. It's a struggle, you know, we all struggle with something. So on these noodles I put bouillon, chicken bouillon powder stuff, and now I'm putting on some soy sauce. I have some green onions on there, salt and pepper, and then the amazing, this is really good. So my fiance is like, well, I say my sister and mother-in-law because they're going to be my sister and mother-in-law, and they are technically. So, and then I got these seaweed. These are so good because they are non-GMO corn oil, non-GMO expeller pressed sesame seed oil, non-GMO it's just all pressed oil. It's all non-GMO. So oils are very, very bad for you, especially like cottonseed oil, vegetable oil, canola oil. What else is in? There's a lot of those oils in like potato chips and all that, and they are all very, very unhealthy for you. And you want to make sure that they're non-GMO, because corn oil, that all just has so much GMO. I am close up today because I'm trying a new thing. I just want the food to be more, I don't know why, I'm just trying a new thing. Actually, we're just gonna say I don't know why, I'm just trying a new thing. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I did want to talk about something. I love seaweed. Who doesn't love seaweed? Like, you gotta be crazy. Smoking crack. Oh, I dropped it. Anyway. I wanted to talk about fasting because I listened to a lot of sermons, and one thing lately that I've been wanting to do, I listened to a guy named Miles Monroe. You guys should check him out. I'm not, like, seriously. You know, you always hear people talking about stuff and they're like, oh, you should go do this, and then you go to it and you're like, eh. But this man, I am telling you, is so smart. He died in a plane crash, and his wife died in a plane crash, but he's the real deal. Like, he has been married once. Him and his wife lost their virginity to each other. He's, you know, he's just the real deal. If you hear his preaching, you know when you know. That's all I can say is, like, people always want an explanation usually, you know, and I get that, but at the same time, you just know when you know, and sometimes you just can't always, like, explain stuff. But I just know that he's the real deal. And you listen to his preaching and you're like, oh my God, you just, even just God's word on its own is enough to change your life. But with him, he explains it properly, so it's incredible. So I have fasted before, but I was drinking diet soda. I was having coffee with, like, sweet and low. And I don't know if I had, like, water with lemon juice in it, but I want to do just a pure just water fast. So the benefits of fasting are incredible. And listening to his preaching, his whole church fasts together. Well, they did. And they did use, like, when he was alive, they fasted, the whole church, his wife, everybody. I believe even the children would do it, which is amazing because, like, who better than children to implement these, you know, lessons into. Like, fasting is incredible, and doctors swear by it. The Bible talks about it. It's just something that we should all do, and I understand why, because there's times when I get too addicted, not addicted, I hate that word, and I don't even know why I used it, but I get in a habit of eating too much, drinking too much, eating too much of the wrong things, like diet soda. I wanted to knock out because I get so used to it. That's all I drink. I don't drink water, and I just drink diet soda. I have, and I'm still doing it right now, so I have like a million of these that I buy from the dollar store, and it just cures like that hunger sometimes. And so when I don't have that, which was like last week, I was eating a lot more, so I gained like 10 pounds. And so right now I'm about 10 pounds over my normal weight. My normal weight is anywhere from 135 to 142, somewhere in there, 142, 135. I don't want to be above 140. I feel my best at 140, but your weight's gonna fluctuate no matter what. So, but because I kicked off the soda, I started drinking juices. I crave sugar a lot more. I don't know why. I was just more hungry. So, the best thing you could do is probably drink the bubbly water, which most people hate the taste of that, but you could always add like cucumber slices to it to let them marinate in there, and I hear that's really good, like cucumber water. Most Mexican people like it. Most people in Mexico make that. It's like agua fresca. So good. Another thing you can do is just drink straight water, and honestly that does cure your hunger. It dilutes the acid in your stomach. So I don't know why I can't. It's not that I can't, I just don't. And honestly, it's a choice to be healthy. You gotta make those conscious decisions to eat the right things and do the right things. Same thing with drinking. It's a choice, it's a habit. It's not I mean, there's a point where it can get to be an addiction to where you need your body's depending on it, because there's a thing called homeostasis in your body, and your body always strives to achieve homeostasis. So while your body's trying to achieve homeostasis, when you put alcohol in there, that's why you get a tolerance for it, because your body tries to level out those chemicals and stuff, and so you become more tolerant and you need more because your body's trying to balance itself. And when you put the alcohol in it, you know, your body's trying to balance it, and so you don't feel the effects anymore. And that's the same thing with any drug. Your body just tries to compensate for what the drug's doing or whatever, and then that's what tolerance is. So once you build that tolerance, then like you continue to drink, you start to drink more, and it's a bad habit to start, first of all. And even if you don't go as far as like building such a tolerance that your body, you know, has withdrawals and stuff, is even if you don't go that far, if you do have a habit of it, you know, it's just a habit. And even drinking, even say maybe 4 or 5 beers causes hangovers, which, you know, you sleep longer, you eat more, you're not as productive. So over time, if you have that habit, you know, it's a habit. And it's okay, you know, alcohol is actually a gift from the Lord. It is, you know, it is not a bad thing. When you abuse it, that's a bad thing. And that could be with anything. That could be with food, sex, money, shopping, anything. So nothing's bad. It's just people make it bad because they abuse it. And then they, you know, they reap what they sow, and there's the consequences that they don't want to deal with when they make those decisions. And unfortunately, you know, you make the decisions, and you have to pay the price. Nobody else. It's nobody else's fault. And it's not even that it's nobody else's fault, but you have free will. You get to choose. And you have to realize that the consequences are on you, nobody else. The consequences are not on nobody else. Even if they, you know, pressured you into it, even if they tricked you into it, you have to be very careful of what you put in your body, because you're the one that has to deal with whatever results from that. So, you know, that's just the way it is. You cannot tell people, you know, oh, you made me do this, or you made me feel, well, even if they had a hand in being evil, causing you to stumble, you know, they will reap that, you know, part of what they've done. But you still have to pick yourself up and keep going, and you can't sit there and be like, oh, well, you know, blame it on other people, because once again, and I say this all the time because I've learned that lesson a lot, you know, people have done so wrong by me, and it's gonna happen to everybody anytime, you know. You can't just like, you just need to be like, well, and you know, that person may never do it again. Who knows? But you just gotta keep going. You gotta dust yourself off, keep going, and don't dwell on it. You know, it's gonna happen. The Bible even says, like, you know, this life is gonna have problems. You know, it's not gonna be easy. And that's where, you know, without the darkness, there is no light. And that's where, like, how would you know how beautiful life is if you didn't have the struggles? Like, if you didn't go through all that, then how would you know how completely grateful and, you know, like, how grateful and beautiful, like, the other side of that is, you know? We need that. We need that to grow. Anyways, I was talking about fasting. So, fasting puts your body in a state where you regenerate your cells, and you kill off old ones and you make new ones. I don't know all the medical terminology for all that, or you know exactly everything. You can look it up. You know, you got to do your own research. You can't really just always listen to other people. But I do know, and I've done my research. I just know, and I've done it before myself. I haven't fasted the whole, like, just water fast, but the fasts that I have done have improved. You know, I felt it. I felt it, you know, I felt the effects of it. You know, you just feel so good. You feel so light on your feet. You feel so clear. You know, sorry if I keep saying you know, but you just feel good. You don't feel so clogged with food and tired, and you will be greatly blessed if you fast. You will reap wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rewards if you fast. And I highly, highly, highly recommend it. If you have any illness, before you go to the doctor, before you write yourself off and just accept whatever you have, acid reflux, pain in your body, headaches, anything. It's not an easy thing to do. I will say that because it's true. But, you know, nothing, stop saying you know. Oh my God. Anything good in life does not come free, and it's not easy. You have to pay a price, and the price of that is, you know, suffering a little bit through the hunger. But after a couple days, the hunger doesn't come back. Like, you don't always stay just absolutely starving. You're not gonna die, you know. Oh my God. I honestly don't always say, you know, in my normal life. I don't know why I'm saying that now. Maybe I'm just nervous and I don't know what to say. But you don't always, oh. Sorry guys. You know how cucumbers have that bitter, sometimes bitter taste on the skin? That was the end piece and it had bitterness on it. Oh. Okay, so you're not gonna stay hungry, like, you know, maybe the first day or two you'll stay like super, super hungry. The first day or two. But after that, you're home free, like, and you feel so, like, you feel so good about yourself. Like, man, it's amazing. And if you're strong enough to ever do it, start out slow first. Like, the easiest way for me to do it is, like, one day don't eat till like noon, the next day wait till like 2, the next day maybe wait till like dinner, whatever's best for you. Like, today I didn't eat till this time, so you know, next I'll probably just fast for the whole day, and then you'll do one day, and then you'll do more days, or you can just jump straight into it and say, I'm all in, and do it. The longest you could go without dying is 40 days. As far as I know, men can do that. I don't know about women. I would probably never do it. Not 40 days, because the Bible says, you know, Jesus did it. Never heard of any woman doing it. There is this other website, and I don't know if this girl, Shameen Miller, her YouTube channel, I don't know if she does it. She follows the snake juice diet. There's this guy that cusses a lot. She might have done like a 7-day or 10-day, somewhere in there, but I don't know if she's ever done a 40-day. But as far as like, there is one woman that Miles Monroe speaks of that did do a 40-day fast, but she did something wrong. So I wouldn't do that as a woman because I've only ever heard of men doing it. Oops. So I wouldn't do that. But I would like to do an extended fast for like 20 days. If you go to Miles Monroe and the powers of fasting and prayer, you will be amazed, I promise. On that Shamim Miller, it's SHAMEM, Shamim, or Shameen, MEEN, or something like that. Or if you go to Snake Juice Diet, the guy on there that cusses, he's really, I can't really listen to him. That's why I go to Shameen, because she follows him. And she takes his info and turns it into, I feel like I have big arms. And she turns it into a more tasteful, information video to watch versus I can't. I like him and he's very smart, but his every other word's a cuss word and I just can't, and the yelling, it just hurts my brain. So, anyway, you should go check that out. And just know the benefits of fasting will change your life. No joke, it will change your life. If you have an exam, if you have a presentation, the best thing to do before you do that is fast. And you'll go in there and knock it out the park. I'm not even joking. You're just so much closer to God and you just feel amazing. Like, I overcooked these. I like my yolks runny. So, but unfortunately I was doing that, not unfortunately, but I was doing that meeting today. And I left it on a little bit longer than I should have. What else about fasting can I say? It's just amazing. Okay. I would like to do a fast with somebody, but a lot of people just find it really hard to do. And they're just like, as soon as they hear it, they're like, yeah, right, no way, I'm gonna die, or I can't do it. And if you ever want a challenge in your life, and it's not just a challenge, like, okay, spicy noodle challenge, people, go through all that pain for really no reason. I mean, I guess the feeling of accomplishment, but this, you actually really get some benefits, even if you have an addiction. If you're strong enough to fast, it will knock out any problem you have. You just have to know which fast to do. So you just have to do your own research, but know which fast to do. So like, say you have an addiction, you might need to do a 21-day fast to get you off of whatever you're doing, and it usually takes 21 days to create a new habit. You want to do it at least for 21 days. So, or longer. Just to be safe, I'd probably go 22 or 23 days maybe. And you will definitely see the benefits of that. You will definitely, your life will change. So, but there's not a lot of people out there that are strong enough to do it, and that's the way the world is. There's not a lot of people out there strong enough to be business owners. They're not strong enough to be, I said it again. They're not they just don't have the discipline to be rich. Like, they want to be rich, but they don't have the discipline, so God doesn't bless them with that, because God gives you what you need, not what you want. You might want money, but he knows for a fact that if you were rich, you would destroy yourself. You'd probably go become like 500 pounds, or you might become an alcoholic with all that money. I mean, you wouldn't know what to do with yourself, and that's why God doesn't bless those people. And that's why everybody doesn't reap. Sorry, my words are all twisted. That's why everybody doesn't reap the rewards of fasting, because it's too hard. And they don't want to go through the pain. But sad thing is, you reap what you sow. And if you were able to fast, you would definitely reap tremendous rewards, like I said. And that's why there's very few people that are at the top and they walk that narrow path, and there's very few people that are willing to do that. And they just wonder, why this? Why am I here? Why do I not have money? Why do I not have health? And I gotta say, it's all on you. It really is, because anything I've ever done in my life that I've struggled with, it was always my fault, my choices. It was on me, 100%. And I have been hurt by other people, but I chose to leave. And even when I was the abuser, I would say, I didn't like beat nobody up, but when I was the one that had dysfunction, I left the person I was with because I had to get better. And I didn't keep them in dysfunction with me. I was not happy, you know, having them you know, oh my god, stop! I wasn't happy having them join me in that, so I had to leave them. Like, you know, I'm gonna get better. You want to get better with me? And if you don't, I'm gone, because I can't live like this no more. I can't continue to do this. You know, this, no. So either way, when it was happening to me, I left, and when I was doing it, I left that person until I could fix myself, because what I was doing was wrong, and that's something that you need to understand, you know. And I was married, and in that relationship, I felt like we both drank too much, and I was ready to quit. I was ready to lose weight. That's when I was 200, and I think 40 pounds was my heaviest. I don't know exactly, but I was doing a study where they would weigh me in, and I asked for those results because I wanted to make sure, like, what was my peak. But they weren't able to get them for me because it was so long ago. And maybe if I did reach out, they might have them in their archives somewhere, but it's just a process. But anyways, I really think I was about 240 at my highest weight, which is incredible because I'm 5'4.5". So anyways, I wanted to get better, and I knew that the way I was treating him wasn't good, but I wasn't dishonest for the most part. Like, I let him know how I felt all the time, and it might have been rude, but I let him know, and he chose not to leave. So, you know, that was cool. But then I asked, you know, if he wanted to get better with me, and he didn't. So I was like, bye. Like, you know, I'm not going to continue to do this, live this way. So, you know, like, now I'm not. And that was that. We weren't really like in love. I mean, you can make it work with anybody, honestly, if you follow certain, you know, rules of the Lord, and you live life right. You could live happily with anybody as long as you follow the rules of the Lord. If you respect each other, I mean, there's just, you gotta do your own research. I'm honestly not great at explaining things, but I do watch many sermons, and it explains it incredibly good, and I know what it takes, and I know, you know, what I need to do, and I know what's wrong, and I know what's right. And so that's all you need to know, and that's all you need to do is just do it. And that's the hard thing for people, is they get lazy, and they're like, they'll say F you to each other. They'll start just doing they'll get into these habits that are just so unhealthy, disrespectful to each other, and it becomes their norm. And so that's why it doesn't last, because they're both willing to live that way and they don't end it, and so they're both miserable. And I honestly will not ever put up with that again, and I will never treat somebody like that, because I don't want to be treated that way. And if for whatever reason neither of us can change and we're living in that, I'm just gonna end it, because something's not right, and if we can't figure it out, I'm not gonna accept that, period. And I will not put somebody to stay in that either. I'm just be like, look, I don't know if it's me and I don't know if it's you, but I gotta go because we can't figure it out, and this is not healthy for me or you, and I gotta go. Like, no. So the relationship I am in now is amazing, and I want him to fast with me, and I know that it's a hard thing to do. And even for him, he's like, I don't know, he's not really having it, but it would be really good for us to do it, and I think he's really open to anything, at least trying it. He's amazing, like, yeah. So, you know, I'm really happy now. I don't see at all down the future us having any issues, and I'm going to do the best I can to work on this relationship, you know, the best that I can do. And you know, you don't look at your partner and be like, oh, well, he's not doing this or he's not doing that. You just do you do the best you can. If for whatever reason it doesn't get better and you're doing everything you can, if you're not willing to accept that and you can't live that way, get out of that, period. And there's no blame, it's just it didn't work out, you know. Whoever it is needs to figure it out. You don't need to be like, it's your fault, blah blah blah. You just need to be like, it's not working, I gotta go, because I'm not willing to live like this. And sometimes you don't know who's doing it wrong. Sometimes you need to separate to figure out if it's what it was going on, because you're in it, you can't think clearly, you can't see clearly, so you just need to go, and then you can realize, oh, well, I was doing this which was causing them to do that, and or, you know, vice versa. But either way, there's no blame, it just isn't working, and you just both need to separate. And that's my advice, because I've been through a lot. I've had a lot of relationships, friendships, just always had somebody by me, always had, like, you know, I just always have. That's what I've always done. I'm not ashamed of it. I've learned a lot from it, and I know a lot about relationships. So that's just what it is. But anyways, I'm going to cut this short because it's probably going to cut off, and I hate when that happens. If it does, I'll just be upset. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later, and hopefully soon you'll see me with a king crab. And I also invited my niece for a video, and she said yes. So you will really, really, really like her, and she will be on here soon. So thanks for joining me, guys. Like and subscribe, okay? Talk to you later. Bye, guys.